Hi there. Welcome back. Good to see you again. How have you been? We're going to get on with some more predictions. We're going to cover how we did last time, how we did this time, and yeah, let me just quickly. After the last round of predictions, I'd rather not take any more kind of guesses. So let's. Cameroon? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? They're going to do well this Euros. Let's get into it. Yeah, welcome back. It's been a while. Good to see you again. It's been a very, very surprising opening round of knockout games in the Euros. Very surprising. Honestly, kinda shocked. At least on a few of them, and we're going to get into them, and you know which ones the obvious ones are. I've got my predictions open specifically, so there's no being able to go back on this. And then we're going to get straight into the next round. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about, because I watched pretty much every single game, every minute available of this round. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this tactically, because I want to break down the highs and the lows that we have seen thus far since we got through the group stages. So let's just be getting in. Let's just be getting into. Okay, here we are. We're back. We're back in it. We're doing the thing. Let's have a flick through these then. We got Belgium right. We did decide that Belgium would be the better option over Portugal in the end. I wasn't particularly convinced by that prediction, and I think justifiably so, having watched the game. I think Portugal were the better team. They were quite unlucky in more than one occasion. Who was it? Jota hit the post quite late on. I think if that had gone just slightly differently, really, I mean, Hazard's goal was a little bit of a wonder goal. I don't mean like it was the best goal you'll see all tournament or anything like that, but Belgium had one really quite lucky goal. It was a brilliant strike, brilliant finish. Nobody in the world's going to save it. Good on him. But it was to get that as the winner is quite a lucky result, especially given how dominant Portugal were throughout parts of the game. So unlucky Portugal. I didn't have Portugal to get very far into the tournament. I thought they would go out in the groups, but this was a game that I honestly thought could go any which way. But I did say Belgium, so Belgium it is. Italy, Austria. Now this was not a convincing victory. I am of the honest opinion that I think had Arnautovic's goal stood in the 65th, 66th minute, then Austria would have not been able to hold off for the next 25 minutes against the Italians. I think they would have come back to win 2-1 had Arnautovic's goal stood. They got 2 in extra time. Game ended 0-0, obviously. 2 in extra time, and then Austria got... I mean, it's a mixture of genius and absolute nonsense. That goal by Austria, 123 minutes in, unfortunately it's too late to make anything of it, but is one of the most ridiculous goals I've ever seen. It's just insane. He has no right to be scoring that goal. I loved it, but it's just ridiculous. So Italy, not quite as convincing as you'd like them to be, given that I've got them winning it, as you can see. Ooh. We're not going to change predictions from here on out, though. It's set in stone. So well done, Italy. Unlucky Austria. But we shall... see where it goes from there. Now, obviously, the big shock of the tournament has to be France-Switzerland. Much like everybody else in the world, it's not that I'm saying that I predicted France to win. Not everyone predicted France to win it. But like everyone, when Pogba scored that third goal, that worldie, that was it. I thought there's just no way. After the demoralizing penalty miss followed immediately by 2 quick France goals, I thought there's just no way. This is over. They did their best. It ain't happening. Hands up, totally wrong. Very, very, very well played by Switzerland. Incredibly resilient. As you know, I am. These may be my predictions, but they are not necessarily what I want to happen. I am glad that Switzerland's gone through. I hope that Shaqiri has a slightly better game than he had against France, because I thought he was a little bit quiet, and subbing him off may have been the right thing to do. In the end, they came good. Well done, Switzerland. Seriously, if my hair wasn't such a mess, hats off. Swiftly on to Croatia, Spain. Now, Monday night might have been the best day in Euros history. 2 late comebacks from 2 underdog teams. Now, okay, unfortunately, Croatia, I wouldn't say exactly capitulated in the extra time. Spain were ruthless and got, again, 2 very quick goals to just seal the game. Well done, Spain. I knew as soon as, who is it, Unai Simon? Maybe I'm pronouncing that incredibly perfectly, but correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that he was going to have a really good game after the nonsense own goal. You know, there's one every tournament. Every single tournament, there's a beautiful goalkeeper howler. And, okay, to be fair, we've already had Martin Dubravka, but let's not talk about... No, we don't need to worry about that. But yeah, I'd say that was immediately it's going to be a catalyst for him to have a great game. Because he's made a huge error in the first, 20 minutes of a knockout game. He's going to play like there's no fucking tomorrow. And he did. He had a great game. Croatia as well, I've got to say massive congratulations to Croatia, because they also had a great game. When Spain went 3 up, and Croatia's only goal was an own goal, I thought, that's it. Croatia hasn't proved to me that they look like they're going to get 2 goals late on. How foolish I was. Another fantastic performance. And as said, yes, Spain, they have, this isn't me knocking Croatia's substitutes, but comparatively speaking, Spain have the quality and experience and youth on the bench that will come on for the last 30 minutes and completely change the game. That is what happened. They were brilliant post-game there, post 90 minutes. And so, although it was my prediction, I'd say it came a lot closer than I thought it would. And very, very well done, Spain, for holding out there at the end. Because Croatia did not go silently into the night. No. They were good throughout. Spain deserved winners, but unlucky. Who's next? Sweden, Ukraine. Called this one. I think I called the score perfectly as well, 2-1. So I would say, can we be surprised? Zinchenko, fantastic performance. Really, really solid from Zinchenko. Leading from the armband, big fan of it. Big fan of his in general. I think he is an unsung hero at times. Obviously, the City faithful love him, but I think kind of universally he's an overlooked member of that squad. I would say Ukraine did look pretty dangerous. And unlucky Sweden, I think they hit the post maybe once or twice. And some good saves pulled off, I believe. And the manner in which it was won, it was, 121st minute? 130th minute, wasn't it? It was something ridiculous. It can't be 130th minute. That's insane. I'll say 121st. Was it 130? Doesn't really matter. Ukraine's through. Congratulations. This was maybe the only game that I didn't see, because it was after the England game. I have been very tired. I don't know if you know, the games are played at 11 p.m. is the early kickoff and 2 a.m. is the late kickoff. So it means that if it does go to extra time, which many of these games have, it's like a 5 a.m. finish, man. I'm not a night owl. I like to be up early. I've got things to do. Ugh. So yeah, well done Ukraine. Unlucky Sweden. See you next tournament. Who have we got next? Okay. I changed my prediction at the last minute and said that Germany would beat England. By Tuesday night, I had completely changed my mind to be England aren't going to lose. England are going to get fucking obliterated. My prediction on the night was 4-1 Germany. I'm not going to complain about the style of football that England's been playing recently. But I'd say Germany, yeah, they didn't come as good as they probably feel they should have. But they really were a bit unlucky. Havertz with the spectacular shot. I think Werner had a good chance in the first half, and Müller really should be burying that last one, you know? We scored 2 goals. We ran out a clean sheet. I'm genuinely really happy about it, but to say that England couldn't have lost that like that is definitely a lie. We were not lucky, but the Germans were maybe unlucky. That's what I would say. So England through, Germany out. Got that one wrong. I should have stuck with my gut. What a fool. What a fool. Now, here's probably my biggest shock. I did say in the last video that I think there's a chance Switzerland could beat France. It'd be the upset, but I didn't think it would happen. I really did not think that the Czech Republic would beat the Netherlands. I thought the Dutch would run riot. Obviously, the game flipped on its head as soon as De Ligt was sent off. I want your opinion on this, because that red card, I think, is maybe a bit harsh. I don't think it's bullshit. I don't think it's terrible refereeing. I don't think anyone's really, really at fault. Well, except for De Ligt, of course. I'd have called it a yellow, but I don't think a red is unfair. And as soon as, I mean, by this point, no Van Dijk, no De Ligt, the Dutch don't really have a back line anymore. Well done, Czech Republic, for holding out at 0-0 till that point and then completely capitalizing on it. They played very well. So, genuinely stunned, but can't really argue. Well done, Czech Republic. Maybe I haven't given them enough credit this tournament. Maybe their entire performance has been outshadowed by Patrick Schick's monster goal in the opening game against Scotland. But really, that's a that's a tough one. I did not think the Czech Republic had a chance. Life goes on, of course, but yeah. Final game. Who have we got? Wales, Denmark. We all knew that Denmark was going to win this. And as I said last time, this isn't hating on the Welsh. It just... Denmark, 8 goals in their last 2 appearances. Very solid. Very happy with that. Because if you've been watching, you know that I've got Denmark to get to the final. Wales just weren't really there on the night. Great brace by Kasper Dolberg. Just a very solid performance all round, actually, by the Danish. So I'm more than impressed with Denmark at the moment. I think my prediction, whilst risque, who knows? It's only 2 more games, and then my prediction is right. I didn't predict them to win it. They might win it, but I didn't predict them to win it. I just predicted them to get through and keep if you want to do me proud, Denmark, just keep doing what you're doing. Let's just jump into the predictions for the next round, and I'll give scored prediction as well. I don't remember not giving exact scores last time, but this time I will full on say what the result will be. Switzerland, Spain. After that performance against France, you cannot knock the Swiss. And they're not a one-man team either. And I actually thought Xhaka was very good against France. I'm not the biggest Granit Xhaka fan. I don't hate the guy. I just don't love him. I thought he was monumental. He was brilliant. I thought he was really, really... he was a fierce captain that game. You could tell how up for the last 30 minutes he was. You know? When they're giving their quick team talk in the huddle, Xhaka was so... I mean, he looked angry, and in the burning passion kind of way. It was one of the best performances I think I've seen from him in a while. So really well done. Spain, on the other hand, look, they had a nightmare shocker own goal in the opening 20 minutes of their game against Croatia, And then they ran the show, but they were sloppy at times. For a team that is so good at holding possession and passing the ball around, I thought they gave up the ball quite easily, quite a few times. So you'd say that on paper, you'd say it's Spain. That last round of fixtures was enough to make me doubt anyone. Now, one of Portugal and Belgium was going out. One of England and Germany was going out. But France were going through. Netherlands were going through. So, Spain 3-2 after extra time. I've got another extra time in there. Spain 2, Switzerland 2, full time. Extra time, Spain 3, Switzerland 2. Belgium, Italy. Now this is a really tough one to call, because I don't think Belgium are unbelievably strong at the back this year, whereas I think Italy are very good going forward. I think Belgium are obviously unbelievable going forward, but that's kind of what Italy does. They defend. They break good attacking teams down to win games. So if it were a battle of the midfield, it all depends on whether or not one man is fit. We're talking about Kevin De Bruyne. Goodbye. So when it comes down to the battle of the midfield, it all really depends on whether or not Kevin De Bruyne is fit to play. If he is, he's the best. He's the best player on the pitch, regardless, kind of thing. But this is a really tough one. Like I said, I didn't think that the Italians had anywhere near as much of the spark they showed in the groups against Austria. And I think Belgium were kind of lucky to get past Portugal. So they're both coming off so winning performances. And it's gonna be another horrible one. But I'm gonna have to back Italy, because that's who I've gone with initially. Bars. Here's how I've done it. I've taken big gambles. I said that Ciro Immobile was going to end the tournament leading scorer. And so I'm going to back the Italians with him to shine. That's my prediction for this one. When I say shine, what do I mean? I mean 2-0 Italy. That's what I'm thinking. Belgium aren't going to break down the defence, and Italy are going to score 2. That's where we're at for Belgium, Italy. So we've got Spain 3-2, Italy 2-0. Yeah, I feel like I've probably underestimated this tournament. I had them ending bottom of the group. England, Croatia, Scotland, Czech Republic. And I've been hyping up Denmark the entire tournament. Does that mean that Denmark are going to get through with ease? No, but they have scored a lot of goals lately without their main creative outlet. So it is another really tough one. I thought they were very good against Wales. Wales didn't really stand a chance against Denmark. I don't mean on paper pre-game. I mean watching the match. Denmark didn't really give them the opportunity to even start things going. The Czechs, on the other hand, have kind of run games the way that they want to. They lost the game against England, but I don't think they really wanted to win it, even. You know, it's hard to say. So I'm probably going to have to say... Denmark 3-1 after extra time. It's going to end 1-1, and Denmark's going to get 2 extra time goals. Got a lot of goals going into these games. But yeah, I've got to back Denmark. You know that. I can't leave them now. Not after we've gone this far. So Denmark 3, Czech Republic 1 after extra time. Let's get into the final game. I am not a happy bunny because I think lots of people are going to be sleepy on Ukraine now. I am going to be really boring and really quick and to the point. I think that this is probably the easiest game to... I mean, maybe Spain, Switzerland will end up being a rout. Maybe any of them will be. But I think this is probably the one where most people would have an assumed winner beforehand. But that's not to say that they should. I think Ukraine are tougher than they have, been kind of perceived. So I am going to say England. And I will explain why. But I'm going to... But Ukraine are good. So I'm going to say... I'm going to say 2-0 England again. Same as last result for them. I think we set up well enough to beat Germany, which makes me think that maybe we'll set up well enough to beat Ukraine as well. Maybe not. It's not nice. It's not a nice fixture. So yeah, that's more or less where we're at now. It's been a very entertaining tournament, and all of my predictions have come true thus far, which is always nice to see. But tell me what you think of the next round of games. I think I'm happy to concede that thus far, one of my major predictions is absolutely no chance of happening. Kai Havertz is not going to win Young Player of the Tournament. There's no way around it. The other three big predictions that I have are Italy to win, Denmark as the other finalist, and Ciro Immobile as top scorer. All three on the cards. Kai Havertz cannot possibly win Young Player of the Tournament. Now they're out of the round of 16. I'm interested to see where this goes from here. But I'm becoming a lot less certain of my predictions, regardless how right they all have been. Because teams are showing up in force this year, and I don't feel overly confident that it's gonna go the way that we all think it might from here on out. Belgium could be Italy, Czech Republic could be Denmark, and then England or Ukraine. Switzerland might beat Spain. It's really, really up in the air at the moment. Yeah, I hope you're ready for the weekend. Tell me who you think is going to get through the quarterfinals, because it is going to be a weird one. It's going to be tough, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that you are as well. This is the first time I'm going to ask this of people watching. If you've enjoyed the video, do the this and the that. And it would mean a lot to me. And remember, these Euro videos that I'm putting out at the moment are kind of just a test run for a much bigger series that I have planned for the Premier League season starting in August. I'm very much looking forward to discussing with you then, showing you what I've got. So I just wanted to kind of learn a bit more editing and recording stuff and use the Euros as that. So this will not be the style that I use for then. And maybe that picture... that framed Messi shirt will, who knows, maybe one day it will actually be on the wall. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you in half a week-ish. I don't know when it's going to come out. Oh, and expect some more varied content on the channel because it's coming soon anyway. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye-bye-bye-bye. I hope that you're ready for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Who do 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 do.